cross here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Good to see everybody. Let's see when Shelly is here. Shauna. Let's see who gets here. And there's Nick.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Grant?
Good.
Good. Okay, let's see what I can do with this new technology.
This is our time.
Let me know if there's any glitches. I'll see what I can do about that. And I wanted to remind you, as far as social media goes, everybody for some reason is talking about soccer, and we have a lot of nice graphics on soccer. So take a look at some of those. There's the steal of the century with a gold ball. That's just adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So get that out there. It'll make you look like you're paying attention. And these are really good graphics.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So let's do something with those. Get those on Facebook and Instagram and everything else they're designed for. Okay, let me get started. As you know, I was at a event, and there were some really good motivational speakers, and a guy named Larry Kozak, who works for the Mike Ferry organization. He's been a coach there for a long time, and he's really good. And he really cuts right to the details of a lot of these issues. So people are coming in. That's good. All right. Okay, so some new people coming in, and I was just reminding everybody we have, because it's soccer season, Soccer Mania, whatever's going on, we have the best graphics for soccer because we are a sponsor of the NBA, which is
The MLS.
the MLS. That's right. I knew it was something. It's also something else. Okay, the MLS, not the multiple listing service, but the Major League Soccer. Major League Soccer. And my understanding, I'm not a follower of the game. My understanding is that the Portland Timbers are part of that league.
Yes.
Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
It
We
is.
have one of those teams, and this global event that's happening in the United States, I understand some of those are MLS teams as well.
Mhm.
So again, I'm not a follower, but I do have these great pictures for you to put on your social.
Oh.
All right, look, let's talk about some basics, and this is some cool stuff here. So what Larry says, he said, maximize your database, increase it by 10% starting right now, and increase it by 10% as soon as possible. So it was a reminder of the value of your database. So who here would like to share with me how many names in their database?
John?
Me?
John?
Yes, Grant.
I just did an e-blast with Kuhn's help, and I had 200 people I reached, and I have another 200 to edit to add to my database to make it about 400.
400.
Yeah.
Great, Grant.
Okay, that's a good number.
Oh, it's a lot of work.
That's the business is.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the choir, it's a lot of work. So well, good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, are they, well, who else has a number to throw out?
I have about 1,500,
Wow.
but I'm on the recruiting side.
So that's
And what I'm
1,500
working
on
on
the
right now is breaking them up into categories of where they are in my life, because I'm kind of coming back to it. So I need to reshuffle. Are they a hot lead? Are they more of an email blast at this time? You know, getting them organized so that you don't get lost.
Yeah.
And that A level should be very small.
So 1,500 on the recruiting side. That's a good number too. Very
Right.
similar. They will come over time as they're cultivated.
I would say less than 50 or 25 on your top hot list is probably pretty typical.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my opinion. Give me another one, folks.
I've been working on my mail out for the mid-year for 4th of July, and I've just got through my A plus. There was probably 30 in my A plus. I probably have another 30 in my A, and then I have about 200 to 300, I don't know right now, in my B list. But when I get in my car and it says that it can only load the first 2,000, because I have 45 something hundred contacts in my
There you go.
database.
Yep. That's the magic, folks. Take
That's
notes.
a great example of having to divide them up into groups, and and you know who you're going to call and who you're just going to keep in email campaigns.
Yeah, and some of them I have been moving out of my A plus and putting them into A, and some of the A's are going into the B because I'm redefining it, just like Nick said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dynamic, dynamic database. You always want to be adding to them. As agents, we meet people every day, and they're not all in the database yet. So, if you go on your walks or go to the gym, start that conversation and see if you can get their contact information to add to your database. We want to be adding, 5, 10 each week, so it constantly grows, so we can grow our business.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, we had Augie Baca, the great Augie Baca from Idaho. Augie, we were just talking about how many people should be in a database. And I know you've had several cycles like Shauna in your career, so it's probably very different than it was in the first 5 years. How many people are in your database? I know you're a lot of referral these days, but tell us how many people are in your database and what your strategy is today, and maybe how much it's changed.
Well, I actually, I think throughout the years, all my database has been growing, and fortunately, it looks like Century 21, it has helped me keep all the contacts on together. And if I go into my database, I think I have 2,500, maybe
Nice.
more. So sometimes it just automatically goes into my contacts there, and it's easier. There's a lot of folks that I don't even remember that I had them in there. It's been 20 years, 25 years that I had in there. They still there, and once in a while I go ahead and reach out to them because they're there, and I have all the contact info in there. So I think I really like the fact that I have the contacts in one side and I can reach out to them.
Nice.
Fantastic. And folks, listen to that. 30 years in the business, and we still got 4,500 and 2,500 people, that we're staying in contact with. So you can never rest on your laurels. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Mhm.
The next thing you got to is how much is your database worth on an annual basis? So I know we do take them, and with the computers today, you can have large databases, but kind of go back in time. Imagine that these people are on 3x5 cards, and you've got them on your kitchen counter, your kitchen table. So Shauna, it sounds like you would have maybe 300 that you would put as your A and B clients, people that you will actually reach out and talk to or actually reach out and contact.
Yeah, and they get mailings as well, and I spend the money for postage on those people. But yeah, and the rest of them mostly are just emails, not phone calls. But yeah, I keep in regular contact with at least 300 people.
Okay. So the idea is you take a database like that, and let's say someone has a database of 200, and that's the total people in their database. And your average commission check is $10,000. So what is 200, 10%, 20? So out of 200 people, you could expect to get 20 good solid leads out of that. And then you just say, well, your average commission is $10,000. And so that's worth $200,000. 200 people would be worth $200,000 in today's numbers. And that's a good way to think about it as you cultivate the database and bring new people into it. You want people that are by and large, at some point, somewhere, going to refer you a real client that's going to bring you business. So that's what that math is about. So your lifelong career is cultivating this database. It is meeting new people. You meet new people, and the first thing you say to them is, are you a client today? Or do you have a need? Are you ready to move? Do you know anybody who's ready to move? And then you've made a good relationship with them. Maybe you work with them, but they trust you and they will help you in your business as you go along. So that's the whole concept of a database. We have some other good ways of reaching out to them. So mail a postcard every 90 days. This is what Larry Kozak suggested. Mail a postcard every 90 days. That's 3 months for the rest of your career. This is a lifelong path working with these databases. So pick good people. Pick people that you want to work with, that you want to talk to, and talk to them every 90 days. So you would be in this case doing a postcard and a phone call every 90 days. And that's important. And I hear things like, well, I'm not calling these people. Then take them out of the list. The list is not to torment you. The list is to get you business, and the list is to get you connected with your past clients and build your business that way. So if it's not somebody you talk to, if it's not somebody you will call every 90 days, that's not an A-lister. That's a B-lister, or maybe probably a C-lister who gets an email trickle campaign. Maybe gets something at Christmas. What are you going to say when you call every 90 days? And that has to be planned. You don't want to just say out of the blue, oh, I'm so sorry I haven't called you, as if they were waiting for your call. You want to call them with kind of a message or kind of a theme. And maybe it's the holiday, maybe it's summer, maybe the 4th of July is coming up. But and do this today, and start doing this today. Come up with your theme for talking to people. I'm a Rotarian. Every Tuesday, somebody comes up and asks me, how's the real estate market? Every time. And I need an answer. And since it happens so often, even with the same people, I need a fresh answer every time I'm in that environment. And so do you, which is why you're here. So think about that. Think about what your theme for the season is to talk about. I tell them that things are stabilizing. It's a little bit slow in Oregon. We're a little bit short on inventory. Interest rates are about 3.5%, which is traditionally good. And then I will get comments like, oh yeah, I know what people are waiting for them to come down. Well, they're never coming down. The 3.5 is where they're going to be. 3.5 is good. Be nice if they got back to 3 or below, but they're not. So that's my message.
6.5.
6.5. I'm sorry. They are 6.5 today. So that's my message.
I like the other one better.
I know. I like that. Let's do that.
Which message? The 3.5?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. But you know what? We'd sell all the inventory and be right back where we started.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. So some of the suggestions. So talk to them every 90 days. Have your seasonal script, your seasonal talking points, and number one is going to be market news. Just like I said, 6.5% interest rates, and a little bit shy on inventory, things like that. Be prepared to do that. And if you had any anecdotal things, like I just sold $1 million house, that's a great thing to throw in there. It really is. All right, questions, concerns, and advice. Ask them. What are your concerns about the real estate? You know, are they asking you that just because you're a realtor and they want to have a conversation, or they really have an interest? So maybe ask a question and see if they're contemplating anything. That'd be a good time to do that.
I like that. I like that because sometimes it gets a little bit redundant. Every time you see someone, they always ask you, "How's the market?" Every time. So it's like, well, what do you think? What do you think about it?
What have you? Yeah. What did you hear on the radio?
What's your perception? Yeah.
What did the man on the radio tell you about the market?
Yeah, I love that.
That's frustrating. All right. 4. Text. I like this. Text bi-monthly. And this text is quick, and it is something that they can read while they're driving. So think about that. Or hopefully they're actually seeing they got a text, or they're having their devices read the text to them. So you want that, maybe practice that, sending a text and seeing what it sounds like played back. And that's a very effective text. Just something so quick, they can glance at it, or they can have it read back to them. A good thing to say is, I've got good news for you. I'm still in real estate. That's a very good one. That'll get a little chuckle out of them, and it'll make them remember you. But always an invitation to call me. We talked last week, Shauna, about how people forget you're in real estate and they think you're too busy, or, oh my God, she listed a 1.5 house. She's not going to talk to me about my neighborhood house. We have to remind them that we're here for them. We're here for them with anything that they have. And we're happy that they called.
Yes.
Yeah.
I talked the other day we just had our Portland Awards ceremony, and I rambled a little bit about my mentor from 30 years ago and how her relationship with the telephone. She never looked at any caller ID, and that was worthless to her. She just grabbed the phone, and whoever you were, she was just thrilled that you called, whether you were a lender, anybody asking a question about any kind of house. She was not afraid of a sales call, because she just said, "Thank you, no," and hung up. There was no awkward interaction in that. "Thank you, no." So just a very different relationship with the phone. I know some people go, "Oh gosh, who is that?" And, "Oh, I don't want to talk to them. Let them leave a voicemail. Let them do all of that." That's not very good customer service. So think about that. People are impressed when you pick up the phone, because so few people now do. But we get that in the office. People call, even on the office line. People are a little bit surprised that we picked up the phone when they maybe have a property to manage or something like that. So it is a way to stand out today because of the way people are using the technology. I think they're abusing the technology with phone trees and things like that. So think about that. Post on social media once per week. Now, I think that was I really like that, because some people say 2 hours a day. An hour a week, what will that do? That'll get that dog and that soccer ball blasted all over everything you want to. And I think that's a pretty good message. And I think that's a good week's worth for our business. Remember, when you read pointers and tips on how to work Facebook, are they talking about real estate, or are they talking about your fudge store, or whatever, your bakery? Real estate, I think, just getting our image out there, the most powerful thing we have for media is the dog and the soccer ball and the joy of home and the event of the century. Those are the most powerful things we have. I think those are the most powerful and interesting messages in the entire industry right now. I don't see anybody else I don't see, you know, a company like EXP doing anything. So take advantage of that. We have the greatest brand. And if you don't believe me, look at the marketing. So think about that. Once a week is good. And once a week is probably all you need to do. So I do like that. I do like that concept.
Nice.
So who's going to do that today? Who's going to start that? Who's going to polish up their database? And
I'll do it. You just copy what you, I'm just gonna copy what you put on there.
I'm recording this. You could just jot
Yeah.
what I just said.
There you go. We got the accountability group coming into Oregon today, so we will discuss that as well.
Oh, great, great. And something we're doing in Portland, we're kind of have a little campaign of getting back to the neighborhood. So we're going to what we used to call canvass the neighborhood. And we have hundreds of American flags with business cards attached to them. And we're going to just walk up and down the neighborhoods and talk to anybody that we can. Or if there's nobody there, just stick the flag in the ground in a respectful place and just see how that goes. And it's, you know, it's an old tried and true technique. It's as low tech as you get, but the people that you talk to will be real people. They'll be homeowners. They'll be in your neighborhood. You'll reinforce the brand. They'll have your phone number in their hand. And there's a good chance that they'll have a real estate need the day you're out there talking or soon. So it's getting right out to the people. And that's more valuable than putting something on the internet and saying, well, 10,000 people saw it. Well, who are these 10,000 people? Where are they? Go right to the neighborhood where you want to work. Just look at a house, beautiful Portland Craftsman, and say, I want to list that house. And go up with your flag with that attitude that you can list this house if they have a need to do that.
And we have many, many extra flags here. So when you're here today, let's talk about that neighborhood or any neighborhood you're interested in.
Yeah. So let us know if you'd like to do that this summer. We'll talk to Kung and we'll be talking about that a little bit more. Okay, that is my message. Let's Kung, you want to go? Let's go through these listings. This is our inventory today.
Yeah. Let's see what's happening. Starting off with Portland. No new listings at the moment, but we do have buyers going under contract. A lot of buyers are out at the moment that our agents are working with. We also have 2 closings. Let's congratulate Tyler Marsing on a closing in North Portland. Great job on that one. Looks like that one was a cash close, so it closed within 2 weeks, going under contract.
Nice.
Congrats to him. And we also have a closing from VNA, another one in Southeast Portland. This one closed pretty smoothly, so I'm glad VNA got one more closing down in the month of June. Congrats.
Nice.
Let's see what's happening at the coast. Nothing new at the coast at the moment, but I hear there are a couple agents working with buyers, specifically referrals, getting a lot of referrals at the coast. So I'll announce those as soon as they go under contract or close.
Okay.
What's happening in Washington, Shauna?
Well, Jennifer Washam just closed one, I believe, yesterday. So congrats to her. It was her buyer closing Kelso.
Nice.
And we also have Sarah Borders putting one into escrow. She had a new listing that she just listed and it's already under contract in Kelso. So congrats to her. And I know there's some more closings that'll be coming up today and tomorrow in Longview, but we'll announce those as they come up. And I know that Shauna's writing an offer either today or tomorrow, so she'll be putting a buyer in contract, hopefully.
Oh,
Let's see, what else? I think that's all I was going to say. There's something else happening for me, but I'm going to wait till it actually happens to announce that too. But yeah, everybody's working. Buyers seem to be out right now, so pick up your phone when they're calling.
Yes.
Sure.
Nice.
What's happening in Idaho?
Let's take a look. Marisol put a buyer under contract. Good job.
Yes.
That's awesome. Jerry closed on a brand new CBH home. So that's his second one so far. He's killing it over there. That's great.
Nice.
And then Lee listed a 3-bedroom, 2-bath manufacturer home for $76,900.
Right.
Right on.
Very good. Very good. Affordable housing.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, and speaking of affordable, how's your $1 million job doing here?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked about that one. We were gonna pull that off the market. He said we're going to go on vacation, and I think we'll just pull it off the market. I said, well, can we just wait till you get back to do that? And so they said, fine, that's fine. So we'll we're just gonna pull it off and maybe put it back on in a month or something. It takes 60 days for it to show as a new listing. But anyways, he goes on vacation to Calgary, Alberta, and then he decides, oh no, I want to move to Calgary so bad. So we're either going to get this house sold or we're going to rent it out, one of the two. So we started working on that, and he's going to agree to drop the price a little bit more, and we're going to refresh everything and start marketing all over again on that one. So hopefully we'll get a sale for them. They really want to get to Calgary, so I'll keep reminding them of their goal to do that. So, and I'm also doing something different on that manufactured home I have, because I have them on both ends of the spectrum. I have the manufactured home in the park, and I have this one listed currently that I haven't sold yet. I'm going to refresh that one, and I'm actually going to raise the price on the mobile home because we are down so low it should have sold. It's way below market value, and we're gonna just try a different marketing approach, just offering the buyer paying for their park rent for a year or something like that inside that price that we posted at. So just gonna try some different marketing on that, just trying to get it sold for her too.
Very
Right.
nice. I just noticed something. I have never seen this before. What's unusual about this picture? Anybody?
He's looking at.
Aquarium in the kitchen.
Oh, the fish
Yeah, I was gonna say the fish tank is unusual.
Now, are there lobster in it?
tank. Kind of a nice morning thing to walk into, though. Little happy
Well,
fish.
yes. Yes.
They have a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old, so
Nice.
they got to keep it out of the hands.
Right.
All right. Well, good work, everybody. Work on those price reductions, like she said. Do what's appropriate to do, and you don't want career listings. So get them out there. All right. Koen, do you want to talk about how's the market? Or
Yeah.
do you share the screen?
Yep, I can do that.
Get you that. There you go.
Okay. Current interest rate, the 30-year fixed rate is 6.47. This is down from last week when it averaged 6.52. A year ago, this was 6.81. So, like I said last week, we're staying around the 6.5, hovering between 6 and 7. It's been like that for a good while, so it's a good sign of stability. 15-year fixed rate mortgage is 5.81. This is down from last week as well, just by a smidge. 5.84 was the rate last week, and a year ago was almost 6% at 5.96. So good to know. All this information is exactly what your clients are going to ask you. So check these sites. We have links to these articles from Freddie Mac, and as well as, what is the other link we have? It is money.com.
Money.
Yep. Okay. let's take a look at more closer local statistics. Let's see what's happening in each of our areas. We take the stats from RMLS. They're the biggest MLS in the Portland metro area, so they have pretty good stats for what's going on in the market. And these are updated every week. So let's see what's happening. Let's start with Clark County. What's happening in Clark County, Shauna?
We've got 182 new listings, and that's 2.2% less than last week. There's 893 pending sales, and that is also down a little bit. And we've got 66 days on the market, so that is up a little bit, because I remember it was in the 40s last week. So I think that that's a little bit more realistic, the 66 days. I feel like that's probably about where we're sitting. Then average sale price went up and the median went up 596. That's a little bit higher than what we normally see. So we must have had some higher price sales over the last week. And that makes sense with what I'm seeing. There's a lot of people that need bigger homes, and that they move during the summertime when their children are in school or out of school. I mean, so, and then we're at 114 closed, and that's up. So that's good. It's good for sellers.
65% is a good stat. Okay, let's see what's happening in our area, the Portland Metro. Listings are up by 2%, 572 new listings in the previous week. Pending sales down a little at 3.9% for 2,700. Closed sales similar to Clark County, up by 42.9% at 390 sales in just a week. Market times is 54 days. Not as just a little bit below what Clark County is, but it is still a good amount of time for houses to be on the market. Gives buyers plenty of time to make a good decision on the right house. Average sales price is $665,800, and the median sales price dropped a little to $560,000.
It's kind of amazing that Vancouver used to be so much less than Portland, and now it goes like this all the time.
Right.
It's pretty similar.
It's similar, but kind of different market for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the prices used to always be less in Vancouver.
Right.
It's in the history, not now. In now times, it's definitely very close to the same.
Right. It
I
really is.
I
We're
do
seeing
have
that in Treasure
some-
Valley too.
Yeah. Cook, I have some numbers on Caldwell, which I find interesting.
Perfect.
Remember, if you search Caldwell on the internet, there's Caldwell in New Jersey, which is not what we're
No.
So, but Caldwell, Idaho, median price is $405,000. They sell for about 233 square feet. And get this, they go pending in 9 days.
Wow.
That reminds me of 5 years ago in Portland, going pending in 9 days. So
One of
that's
the fastest growing suburbs in the West.
yeah. So I like that. I like that. All right.
Interesting stats. Very good. It's very important to know what's going on in your local market. Okay.
And we have those Caldwell stats.
Kung, I
They're
did
really
just look at Accelerate, and there is one for July 7th.
Yes, I confirmed that as well.
Okay.
If you just go to 21 or go to your 21 University dashboard, click on classes, you go to the calendar, search for it. You could register for the next Accelerate course that does start on July 7th. Very good class. If you need a refresher or if you are a new agent, a lot to learn in the 4 weeks that this class goes on for.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, let me go back. Let me share my screen.
Yep. Let me stop mine.
And let's see if I get that. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. I want to, not everybody sees this. I do want to play this video. If I can get this out there. There we go. Make sure it has sound. But this is just a reminder. This should be on your social media too. You can take this video. It's right here in YouTube.
It's the color of sunflowers in the garden, the pat of butter on a stack of pancakes, and the coat of fresh paint in the nursery. It's the color of celebration, of tiny rain boots, and of morning's first light. It's the color of happiness. And if you want a real estate agent dedicated to putting your happiness first and foremost, look for it on the sign out front. Century 21, dedicated to the joy of home.
Okay. I just cringe when I see that, and I think of all those yellow posts that we painted. We painted. So I am still trying to find a way to get more yellow posts. So we're gonna kind of do an inventory in the offices and see what we have, and start painting some gold, and at least for photo ops to get us back into that. But that's the future. That video is a reminder of something that we had kind of lost over the last couple of years, and that we want to bring back in a big way, is the color gold that we were so known for 50 years. So we want to bring that back. All right, let me get back to this, get back to the blog, which is right here. So we have a few minutes. I want to go over one of the education things, Shauna, if you could help me. And let's have a look at under the university, and each blog, at the bottom of the blog for the day's meeting, I'm going to have the entire training program here, and anybody can click on these. Again, the professional basics are to go through with your trainer, with your branch manager. But these are all the talking points that we have, and let's just go through a few of these today, Shauna, because sphere of influence is really it's the first thing on my mind right now, because it's summer and there's so many opportunities to meet people and talk to people and add them to your sphere of influence and work your sphere of influence. So let's talk about, actually, let me just take a number that only takes about 10 minutes. And why don't we start right here, if that's all right with you?
Sure.
Okay, what do we got?
Okay, upon closing each transaction, have a specific call schedule in place that will define your level of service and build a bridge for future business. For example, call them on the day of closing, 7 days later, 14 days later, and you can put all that in your Moxie Engage too, to give you little reminders. It should be telling you what to do every day if you put those in there. So definitely, yeah.
We've done whole sessions on just that concept alone, that when you're in a transaction with somebody and working hard and getting through these hurdles, they really think you're a superstar. And that, that may not last forever. So that's really a good time. If you've done something like they had a bad inspection and the septic tank needed to be serviced, and you got them through all of that, they want to tell people about that. They want to brag about that they got the best realtor because you fixed all these problems. So there's a little honeymoon time in there. So yeah, do remind them of that and see if they can share that with their people.
Yep. All right, and the next one we got says, remember, they are not waiting for your call, so don't be disappointed if they don't respond as quickly as you want. Yeah, we talked about that earlier today.
I know.
They're not sitting waiting for you, so don't apologize when you call. Like he said earlier, you got to have something in mind to call them about, and it's easy. It makes it easier. And everybody wants to know what's going on in the market, so that's always a good subject to talk about. All right, work at being consistent with the calls that you make and their quality. So that's really important, to be consistent, to do that on a daily basis. Make make a block of time every morning is probably the best time. It is for me. By about 2 o'clock, I'm done peopling.
Yeah.
And it's time to get out and move and do something else in person and get away from the devices for a little bit. So
Mhm.
Sarah and I talked about that yesterday. It's good to take a break from your devices and go for a walk. And work on being consistent. So, okay, we got that one. In talking to these people, you have to work with them so that they will call you immediately whenever they have someone they know that wants to buy or sell. Yeah, you have to, and that's one of the things that you could remind them when you contact them is, you know, hey, remember, if you know anybody anywhere doing real estate, I can help them anywhere in the country. You know, I have contacts all over the United States. Make sure, because those referral checks are nice to get.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. And then always ask for permission to call them on a regular basis as you prepare them for your calls. Yeah. I always just warn them that they just can't get rid of me that easy at closing. It's, you know, this is a lifelong relationship now. So get used to it. You know, I make a joke out of it, and so they're prepared. It's a good thing to do.
Nice.
Okay, so to build your center of influence, ask everyone that you do business with for their business in return. So yeah, we talked about that not too long ago. I remember that, you know, you can ask your hairdresser, you can ask your dentist, you can ask anybody if they would, you know, consider using you if they were buying or selling real estate. It's not a silly question. It's a really good question. And don't be afraid to do it. It'll surprise you how they react to it, because they might not know anybody, or they, you know, they had a realtor they don't really care for. That happens too. Your listing appointments to listings taken ratio will improve the more you work on your past clients and center of influence, and you work on your presentation and practice it. Yes.
Skills, yeah.
I had to add that in there because it does help to practice. And like you said the other day, I really kind of want to get back to doing some of that role playing again. If anybody ever wants to do it, give me a call. I'll arrange a time. It's good for me. It made a huge difference to my business to practice those calls and the presentations with other agents. So, all right, and there's only one left, and it is build a reputation as a real estate resource among these groups of people. That's important too. That could be part of your call too. I'm like, I just want you to know that I have a, you know, list of people that can help you with all different things that I've collected over the years. So, and make sure they're good before you refer them.
We do. And that's an advantage at North Star is we all know our property managers, Brent and Mariah, and we have resources for everything. We can fix anything. So
yeah, I talked to Nick helped me with one of the sellers that was considering. It's really nice to have all these, you know, the HOA, the property management, all the different people we have in our group.
yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Shauna, Koon, for all the
Yeah.
input.
I actually, before we go, I'd like to, you know, we had a wonderful award ceremony last Thursday at the Portland office. I just want to congratulate a couple agents that received awards. Top producer went to Faye Wu. Newcomer of the year was Vianney Rodriguez. Top producer for Washington was Shauna Dolby. And Stephen Burright got top.
Stephen was the top. I was the second top.
We did it for each.
It was
office.
like a $2,000
Right.
difference, but he was the winner.
Yep, we presented a couple quality service awards. So, and I believe that went to, was that you or Stephen?
I got the Pinnacle, and he was supposed to get a quality service. It's listed, so we must have missed that.
Well, we'll look into that for sure.
Mhm.
But that was just Portland and or Oregon, Washington. We will have the Idaho Awards ceremony on the 9th of July. So excited to see who the recipients are. Can't wait.
That way.
Yeah. And a reminder to Portland agents, accountability group today at noon and happy hour at 3. So if you are free to join us for either of those events, we'd love to see you there.
Please contact us in RSVP, and we have a lot of flags for you to be canvassing neighborhoods.
Okay.
I have an event coming on July 13th, and it'll be at the Vancouver waterfront. So it'll be a really fun one if anybody wants to attend. I'll give you some more. I'll be sending information out here in a couple weeks.
Nice.
What a
Looking
fun
forward to
day on
that.
the water. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks, all.
Bye.
This is our time. No, this is our century. Our gold shines bright. Because this is a network unlike any other. 135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories in almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate, the most respected brand in the industry. That has a nice ring to it. The leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades, more accolades, and more. Okay, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, and all across here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.